Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, it's such a beautiful day. And we're here this morning, very, very exciting. I'm excited to see our guest who was just running out there and being able to just settle down in any office near her. It's so amazing. Very, very amazing. And I'm here to welcome you to this call. But before we begin, my dear family, it's a very, very exciting morning today. I want to invite you to pause and think about two simple things. And this is a mirror and a seed. And this mirror and the seed is what has brought us here. When you stand before a mirror, you see what is. You see what is. However, when you hold a seed, you also hold what you could be. And when we're talking about a mirror and seeing what is, it is a real thing. And also when you hold a seed, you hold what could be, it is also real. So the mirror reminds us to face the truth, our strength. What is our truth? Our truth is our strengths. Our truth is our weaknesses. Our truth is our habits. And our truth is our patterns, the way we do things. And the seed reminds us to believe in growth. And this is what the mindset change is all about. We have to believe in growth. That what we nurture, what we water and protect can one day become something beautiful and strong. So we begin, and I ask you this morning, what do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you see when you look in the mirror? And what kind of seed are you planting with your mindset today? Because mindset change begins the moment we stop denying what we see and what we start believing in and what we can become. And I just want us to grow together. Today, I want us to grow together. And as I sit here, I want to share with you that we have had, the seed. We planted the seed 5 years ago. 5 years and still counting. And this seed has been growing. And we have been nurturing and watering it every Monday with Rev Water. He waters us with that. And every Tuesday, I water and nurture, with mindset change. Wednesday, Sampa, mompreneur nurtures and really plants the seed in mompreneurs. On Thursdays, Dr. Nelly plants the seed and watering it and nurturing it. And on Fridays, we are planting a healthy seed in our body so that we can really live the life of our dreams. So we meet here as one learning family to grow, to reflect, and transform through the mindset change process. And this for me has really been something that I have really believed in and I really enjoy doing because it makes me wake up early in the morning. It makes me thrive. It makes me look forward to the day. So today's session is actually very special to me. It's about a new concept that blends family, business, and mindset change into one meaningful celebration. And I've entitled it, The Day We Showered a Business into Being. So before we hear from our guests, I just want to share the story that inspired this new movement, because when we prepare minds, we prepare sustainable businesses. So on this, I just want to tell you the story because I am a storyteller. And through storytelling, we've been able to actually nurture a lot of things that we do. So this story began a long time ago. It began, 4 years ago with my daughter. And, as we've been nurturing, watering, mentoring, and really, showing, things that we really don't do daily. And being a mentor and a mother and a caregiver, it hasn't been easy. But I just said we're gonna give each other tough love so that we can be able to get what it is that we want. And so all these things, when we actually look at them and hold them and really feel good about them, we tend to grow. And on 3rd of October, through the Mindset Change program or through SBM Training and Consulting Institute, my family and I hosted the first ever business shower. I thought to myself, we prepare brides through bridal showers and very costly. I remember even just her bridal shower, we had like 500 guests, and we invited our friends with themes, come in a touch of orange, and all the things that we did, we prepared. And I remember, because we've grown in family, we value such family and home. I remember, our my mother-in-law was not too good, and she actually said, "This is a very big family thing. If my grandmother is not there, then we might as well not do it." And I was really so touched about it. And it just shows closeness and how we take these matters so warm and so intentional about it. And she even passed a comment, "Oh, she's older." By that time she was, I think, 90, because she died 7 years later, just last month. And she says she's already 90. If she was meant to die at my bridal shower, so be it. But I want my grandmother to be there. And so even when we're preparing these bridal things, it takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of intentional thinking, where we say, who is going to be there? Who is adding value? Who has been in this person's life? And all these things. And also the other thing that we prepare is, mothers through baby showers. We prepare, okay, you're going to have a baby. This is what you need. This is what. So when you go to the hospital, this is what is going to come out of it. And so we said, why not prepare entrepreneurs launching their businesses into the world? Because businesses are not, to be an entrepreneur is not easy. So why not prepare? And this has been on the board for the last 1 year. But then we said, okay, how are we going to do this? So we said, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home, and everything which is a success, they want you to pay to be the example. They want you to be the example. And so this is why we did celebrate our daughter Sampa, who had completed the mindset change process and entrepreneurship training through WIAC. She had prepared. And so she launched the Digi Business Zambia. And this is a company which deals with compliance enhancement, because everyone who is doing business already is compliant. But this, Digi Business is compliance enhancement. It's a platform for credible businesses reading, credible businesses that are dealing with what we are sometimes scared with. She's compliant. You have to be compliant with ZRA. You have to be compliant with PACRA. You have to be compliant with NEMA. You have to be compliant with NAPSA. And what even makes it so interesting is, the ministry that has bought into this idea, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. These are the things that they thrive on. These are their things. These are their part of the thing. So it was so heartwarming to see actually, the PSB part of this, and our guest today for this business shower. So I want to say, what made the day truly meaningful was her personal reflection journey. She looked in the mirror one day to identify her strengths, to identify her weaknesses, and to identify her opportunities. And these are the three things that we do ask each time that we are training our people. What are you good at? Your strengths. What would you like to change? Your weaknesses. And where do you want to go? The opportunities. So she chose to unlearn what held her back. She chose to unlearn or relearn what built her forward, and retain what sustains her growth. The business shower brought together a loving community, friends, mentors, and business leaders, all pledging to support and uplift our journey. So we had, it was so amazing. We sent out invitations. And we didn't even have, like for me, this is what actually is going to happen after the launch. We are going to visit all these people that pledged. We are going to visit to pay gratitude, to explain in detail what this business is all about. So we had, when the president of the Institute of Directors couldn't make it, she texted and she said she pledged a 1-year the Institute of Directors membership to start Sampa on her governance journey so that she can actually be aware of the governance that comes with the business, and so the things that sometimes prevent our businesses from growth. So this is what she did. Others offered mentorship. Others offered transport, like the Yango, to say, okay, for when you start, it's difficult for you to go to places, and she is looking for transport. But meantime, before she can actually get the transport, someone said, okay, maybe for the first 1 month, I'm going to pay for your Yango. Some offered B2B linkages, where sharing. Contacts and linkages, that these are people that need businesses, and this is big, and this actually the B2B linkages are the ones that really grow the business or sustain the business. And some offered financial support, and this is just proof that when a community believes in preparation, success multiplies, and this is exactly what it is that we are looking at: success multiplying. And then came a special moment. Presence of the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, PS Luhanga, flanked by Chief Productivity and Quality Assurance Officer Yvonne, both champions of the mindset change process. And this actually, warms my heart so much that, a respected, we call these people, they're like honorable people, the PS who spoke of the impact of the mindset change process in his own life and in his own office, how everything changed and created time for his work, resulting in knocking off at 17 hours with all the work done. That was such an amazing outcome. And people were like, oh, wow. And he's so proud to talk about it. And for me, this is what makes this a journey so great. So the other thing that the PS commended Sampa for creating jobs and aligning her vision with the government's productivity agenda. This, for me, I didn't even think about it. But because we had him, he reminded us that this is what government wants: creating jobs. Not every day looking for a job. The jobs are not there, but we should be able to actually make these jobs, happen. So he reminded us that the ministry is not just for job seekers and labor disputes, it's also for measuring and enhancing productivity across the country. That moment confirmed for me that this wasn't just a family celebration. It was a national awakening of possibilities. These are possible. And so I pay gratitude, to the people that came. And, sometimes I was reminded one day that, when you're doing things behind the scenes, there are people making events happen. And I just want to appreciate my sister Jennifer, who turned the venue into a dream with her decor. And to my daughter-in-law, Valerie, who filled, the air with the smell of delicious food. And it was so good that people really enjoy it. And to Chitachi Blossoms, whose beautiful celebration cake was a sweet reflection of love and purpose. And to my SBM training and consulting team, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, and to my daughter herself, Sampa, who I told you are the reason this first business shower concept was born. As a mother, mentor, change agent, and grandmother, I feel joy beyond words. This is just the beginning, not just for Sampa, not just for her, but for every young entrepreneur or those people that are transitioning into another job, into another, environment, who will one day be showered into business. These are connections to productivity. And this is where today's story connects so beautifully with our guests. So because the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, through its Productivity and Quality Assurance Division, is deeply invested in helping Zambia grow through productive citizens and productive enterprises. Today, I bring you, we are blessed to have one of the champions of that movement, the mindset change, and also the ministry, Miss Yvonne. You are so welcome, who not only works in the ministry, but also personally gone through the mindset change process. So she understands what it means to look into the mirror and see growth, both at individual and personal level, and also at a national level. So family, let's welcome Yvonne as she shares her insights on productivity and mindset change for sustainability entrepreneurship. She will speak how she enjoyed the event, what made her, actually what excited her to actually brave traffic. Friday had so much traffic. We had at least 4 people who actually said they have failed to take out of the traffic, and she had to stop by the roadside to wait for the PS to come into the traffic. So welcome, Yvonne. I really admire the way you work, and I'm so pleased that you're here to share this meeting with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sunshine. Indeed, it's my pleasure always to support this noble cause that you do, the mindset change revolution, I think I call it, and also to see what you are doing both at family, at individual, as well as at the national level. I think this is very much commendable. And talking about the event, I looked at you, both you and Dr. Mwansa, and then I was like, okay, this level of parenthood is, I think, at another level. I think if all of us as parents can sit down and support our children to growth, support the seeds to grow in the way you did, I think this country will never be the same. There's some parents who actually discourage quite a lot in terms of what the children do, but you supported not only in terms of bringing the child up, but also educating the child, and now supporting the business. The business shower was indeed an inspiration to me as a parent, and also as a person championing productivity at household level, as well as at national level. Very commendable job well done. And job well done to Sampa also for stepping up, because you would have said, I think, Mommy, this I cannot do, I can't manage to do. So sitting there, listening to her journey, how she started, what she went through, the D's Ruth shared, the disappointments, the depression, the discouragement. But here we see her stand. That is resilience. And I want to first of all just mention that our vision for the National Productivity Policy was a productive and competitive nation by 2030. But we did realize when we were reviewing just a few months ago that I think there's something that we must add to the vision, and that is resilience. So our new vision in the new productivity policy is a resilient, productive, and competitive nation. And this just speaks to what Sampa has gone through. Resilience is what we need. The environment we live in is not a perfect environment. It has its own obstacles, both internally and externally. Some that can be avoided and others that are very difficult to avoid but can be managed. And this is where mindset change comes in. So for me, from the National Productivity Development Department of the Ministry of Labor, where we are championing productivity, the key ingredient to productivity is mindset change. Productivity is about outcomes. It's not about output. We do differentiate between the definition of production and productivity. In production, you are using resources to give out the output. You are using resources to bring out the output. But in productivity, you are not only just concerned about the output. You're not only concerned about ticking the box that you have done it, but you are more concerned about the value of what you have done has created to you as an individual, to the nation, as well as to everybody around, including our communities. That is what productivity is all about. It is the spirit of continuous improvement, We call it the Kaizen from the Japanese. It's got so many names from different places of the world, but it's the spirit of continuous improvement, having this determination that today must be better than yesterday. And for us to get to this particular level, mindset change is very, very, very critical. And that's what we see from our dear Sampa. We are seeing a situation where she's able to utilize the little resources that have been availed to her, the innovation that she has come up with, so that she can create value, not only for herself, but also for the nation. The PS did mention that we are interested in job creation because in our 8th National Development Plan, the first pillar is transformation and job creation. If you get to the word transformation, it's about empowering people. It's about getting people to participate in economic development. And how do they participate? They'll participate by utilizing the resources that are available. It may be capital, it may be human resource, it may just be ideas that we have. And once we utilize them to create value, then we'll be able to create more jobs. So Sampa has done two things. One, she is a champion of transformation because she is now empowered through the support from the parents, through the showering that came with different resources from all over, friends and family that came to support, to now actualizing, creating the jobs. Because she will need a cleaner, she will need a driver, she will need somebody to program for her, she will need an accountant, she will need someone from procurement, and all this put together will contribute to jobs. Not only jobs, but decent jobs from our end. The other thing I think I also want to emphasize is the kind of job that Sampa is creating. DG Business will be helping, supporting MSMEs in terms of decent work. Because in decent work, we are saying that as you are doing your work, you must be sensitive to social security of people. You must know that the people can get sick. And so since they can get sick, you must be able to plan for their health insurance. We have NIMA. Sampa will be helping enterprise register for NIMA seamlessly. It's about old age. Whatever we do one day, we'll grow old. And as we grow old, we must prepare for old age. Government has put up provisions for pension through NAPSA, through public pensions fund, through other occupational pension schemes, with insurance schemes such as Madison, Prudential, to name but a few. So all this Sampa will be doing, helping people to grow in dignity. Apart from that, accidents do occur. So when an accident occurs, it deprives you of the strength, of the opportunity to do what you do. So Sampa is saying that you'll be able to ensure that companies comply to workers' compensation. So all these, when you put them together, is what we call a decent work. So Sampa will not only contribute to job creation, but she will contribute to decent work. So for us from the ministry, we are very much excited to support this noble cause. We do support MSME, and in particular, we work with Sampa so that we can realize, we can help her realize this dream. And I think, like the PS had said, we are committed to providing opportunities that is going to enhance this. And so it's a call to any other entrepreneur out there. Whatever your hand findeth to do, if you can do it, please come out, come forth. Participate in the mindset change. It will give you this courage, this impotence to do more for yourself. It will help you grow your dream. It will help you, realize this seed that is in you. Realize this potential that is in you. Then together, we can see what we can do to support, indeed, productivity. I think those are my remarks, Dr. Sunshine.
Wow, that is so super, and these are the things that we actually keep on talking about, and how we actually manage, the things that are inside, our own mind. And these are some of the things that really makes things, happen the way that we want them to, to happen. And this is actually what it is that we manage every single day. So your comments really are something that we have been talking about And this is the support that we need. Sometimes we don't know where the support is going to come from. But when we've got people like you managing these places, I think we are always on the way to growth. And through the support, like I've just been hearing you talking about all these things, some of the things I didn't even know about them. But when you actually speak, so well on them, it's not just for Sampa. And for me, this is what the mindset change actually is trying to do, where you just identify and you're able to make, the other people enjoy through participation. When people participate, they get to open up, and a lot of people have got a lot of insights, ideas, and all the things that they want to do, but they lack this sustainability to talk about things. So thank you, Yvonne, for that deep and practical message that you have really put across. Family, every day we gather here in another seed. We plant in our garden. Our garden is a garden of change. We water it with reflection, nourish it with consistency, and watch it grow through practice. If there is no practice, even what Yvonne is talking about today, it is not going to happen. So we have to have practice so that we can be able to enhance the things that we want to happen. So we run MCP cohorts every first and the fourth week of the month, and the next one is loading, for October. And we come and we just invite you to come and join the journey and learn what holds you back. Like Sampa had a lot of things that were holding her back, but she didn't just say because these things are not happening, let me just so together we encourage one another to actually uplift and learn and relearn. So we are, as we part, I want to emphasize that we are the gardens. Some days we bloom and some days we prune. But the beauty lies not in perfection, but it lies in growth. We really have to grow with this. So today, look into your mirror, see your seed, and whisper to yourself, I am growing. Maybe you can actually write it in the chat box. I am growing. I am becoming, because I am enough. I've got what it takes. I've got everything that I need, and I've got what it takes for me to go to that next stage. Because when we prepare the mind, we prepare the business. When we prepare the mind, we prepare the business. Because this business is what is taking us, far. And when we prepare the business, we prepare the nation. We prepare the nation. And this is exactly what even Yvonne is talking about, that this is not just about Sampa. It's about the nation. It's about what we want to put out there. We are every day complaining, life is tough, life is what? Yes, life is tough. But we are tougher than life, because we can wake up, we can change things, and we can be able to really nurture whatever it is that we can be able to do. We can nurture it, and we find, pleasure in making sure that this is what it is that we want. And so today, as you go out there, I want you to do 4 things. One of the things, to look in the mirror, to hold this seed, and to go and find where to plant it. If you don't have the correct soil, the correct nutrients, that is where you can come to us and say, this is what you want to do, but you are failing, to find how to start. Then we make you go through this transitioning where you become what you want. You already know what you want. So for us here, we just help you to get to where you want. And what we want is to launch you out. Because a lot of people have got ideas. And if you've got that idea which is so unique, we even help you to patent your unique idea so that no one takes it away from you. And this is why, because Sampa is in compliance, she's actually the one dealing with, she's patenting this program on behalf of the Training Institute, so that it can grow the way we want it to grow. because a lot of people have got ideas and some people just pick it at the end and they want to do it. They don't know where it's coming from. So we have protected this idea so that we can do it the way we have researched on it, the way we want to guide people through to actually launching a business, so that it just doesn't go into the cracks. It doesn't go into the cracks. And we've seen our strength. Our strength is actually picking someone who has got an idea and discover their strengths and work with their strengths. Discover their weaknesses, which they say themselves while they're creating their new name. So these weaknesses, now we find a name that puts them under pressure to guide their strengths, so that those opportunities where they want to go in future can now be guided. And this is just packaging. That's what we packaged, and we really are doing great about this package. And we're looking for partners who actually want to take, to work with us to take this baby, to the next level. And with the support of the ministry, we are so glad that this is what they want. And when you give people what they want, you are scratching where it is itching. And if every time that you are scratching where it's not itching, then you don't get the results. So we have to be able to actually keep this relationship, keep this marriage, so that it can grow to the level that we want. So, Yvonne, I just want you to just say bye to the guests and just, thank you sincerely, and hope that this is another new beginning of the greatness that things can come through scratching where it is itching.
The network is breaking, but I don't know if I got you. You said I give my last words, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think very, very, very insightful a process that Sampa has gone through together with SBM. I think for me, it's happening. I wrote here, but I realized it's a private chat. When you said we write about ourselves, so me, I wrote, I'm actually happening. And also to have people go through this transition up to a point where they can see the product, I think it's something that is commendable. So I'd like to actually commend everyone and also encourage future innovators to come on board and be like Sampa, brave it. Let's not complain about jobs. Let's not complain about things that, are difficult, but let's find solution. And this is exactly what we have seen from Sampa. Coming up, stepping out as a youth, creating jobs, and not only jobs, but decent jobs for that matter, and also showing resilience, after going through different hardship. I think this is the spirit that we have. This is the spirit that we see in our friends from the West. For us, any small thing, we are able to give up. But we see our friends from the West, Western Africa, they don't give up until they make it. And this is the example that we are giving. And this is what I'm saying to everybody. Let's be productive. Let's be innovative. Let's be resilient. And to be able to see this Zambia that we aspire. Our vision as a country is a middle and prosperous nation by 2030. It will only happen through people, you and myself, and the youth out there. So God be with everyone, and I'm very happy that you chose me to be part of this morning interaction. Thank you, Dr. Mwansa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day, everyone. Make your 4 things count today. Decide what it is that you want to do today, who you are going to do it with, and invite 2 people to just go with you, because going places far, you have to have an audience. So thank you so much for everyone who joined us today. And looking forward to Mompreneur tomorrow with the new business showered Sampa, and we hope that you can join us tomorrow and just hear what she has prepared for Wednesday. Thank you so much.
And also just to mention, Dr. Mwansa, that we have another show at 10 hours. It's the Productivity Z360. We're actually featuring Mr. Malcolm Shabana, who is the head of business unit at the University of Research And we'll be looking at trade facilitation and how we can leverage on this African agreement to enhance productivity at 10 hours. So just search your YouTube channel, Productivity Z360, and please do join us at 10 hours. Dr. Mwansa should be able to share the link.
Yes, I'm going to share the link to the
up.
team. Yes, I'm going to share the link to the, I'm sure Sandra is hearing. She's going to share the, the links so that we can be able to hear, because that is really so good, and that's part of the business that we need to to socialize ourselves in. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.
Thank you very much.